Hi there, it's Mr. Clark. Welcome to Lesson 10.ET.2, where we are going to choose a chord progression for our chorale. So unlike most of the other ear tunes we've done, where it was like 1 or 2 chords per bar, now we want a chord basically every beat. So first thing we're going to really want to do is figure out where our phrases are. So, da, 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 da. Is that the end of a phrase? Da, 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 da. That definitely is. And that is looking like probably a perfect authentic cadence. Could be an imperfect depending on what's going on harmonically. I'll put authentic cadence for now. Da, 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 da. You probably want that to be imperfect, if it is one at all. Da, 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 and that'll be perfect. So if this were one, it would be imperfect. So we could say, we have a couple options here. We could say those are not cadences, we just have 2 phrases, in which case we'd want to make that a period, or we could say we have 2 periods going on here. For the sake of this, because most of yours will probably have closer to 4 phrases, I'm going to say that there are 4 phrases. So we have some sort of imperfect authentic cadence, and we can make this perfect. So we have 2 periods. So then we probably want to start on a 1 chord, and we still have 1. So what other chords have 1 in them? Well, it could be a 6, could be a 4, could be some sort of 2 minor 7. So let's see. 6 works. And all along we're really trying to end up with some sort of 5 to 1 motion. And maybe it's in inversion. I kind of like that, where it's like a 5, 6. But then 6, 4 to that doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe like a 4, 3, 4, 2. Ooh, that's nice. Where we start off with a regular 5, and then we go to 4, 2, and then resolving to 1, 6. So that's kind of a nice progression there. So that's what we're leading up to. So maybe right before it we have a 4, and then we could have a something of 5. It can't be a 5, 7 of 5, because then that would need to resolve down. But it could be like a 7 diminished of 5. Would that work? F sharp, A, and C. We'd really still want that C to resolve down, so maybe not. What about a 4 and a 2 minor 7? That's kind of nice. So we have a 4, 2, then we set a 6 here, so then what could this be? Scale degree 7, so it's going to be some kind of dominant thing, or maybe some sort of passing thing. Here, 6. Yeah, that's feeling like it could be like a some sort of passing chord. I'd want some other voice that kind of reverses it. And then it's not like a passing 6, 4. That would be. Okay, maybe we go to. Okay, new plan. So 5, and then it goes to 4, 2, and then it goes down to a 1, 6. And then that becomes a 4. So all of this is a dialogue with yourself about, what'll work. So let's listen to that. Okay, I dig that. And the bass line has a pretty nice shape. Okay. And then 1, 4, or maybe 5, 7, 4, 2, 4. We've landed on our 1, 6. And then we don't want a 5, 7 of 4 because that would have parallel octaves. So maybe 5, 6, 5 of 4, going to 4. And then we definitely want like a, well, it can't be a cadential 6, 4 because we have the 2 in both. So maybe like 5, 7, 1 there. So then what comes before it, kind of working from both ends here, we have could just be coming from a regular 5. Is there any could be a 2, 5, could be a applied. Gonna just put a 5, 7 of 5 there for the moment. Might play around with that later. Could I keep going with that? So we have a 5, 7 of 5. What if I keep going back around the circle of fifths? Then that would be a 5, 7 of 2. Yeah, so that would be an A7. What if I go back one more? That would be an E7. So that would be a 5, 7 of 6. Can I go back even more? That would be a B. That would have an F sharp, so no. Okay, so maybe, let's see, I want something that makes sense going to a 6. Maybe it's just a 4 and then a 4, 6. So we're coming. Yeah, it's chill. And then we get a little weird. That's kind of fun. So I put a sequence in there. You can do that. And it's one of the applied sequences. It's not chromatic because it's always decorating diatonic chords, but that's what's going on there. So let's go through. We can, it doesn't start out the same, but we can kind of copy our cadence there, and that's screaming cadential 6, 4 to me. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so just a few more chords to fill in. We could go and kind of briefly tonicize another key. That could actually be fun. So that's something that Bach does a lot. Let me see if I have pencil as an eraser. Oh, hey, there we go. Okay, so what other key could I tonicize? I could tonicize A minor. That sounds like fun. So in that case, I'm smelling 1, and then like a 5, 7, and then what could come before that? That would be an E7. Could be a 2, 5, 7, 1 in the key of A minor. And then just going to be a direct modulation back to C because you have that G natural. So then how do we get to A? Could just say that's flat 3. But what if I have a 5 chord? And then could I resolve to a 6? No, that doesn't work because you have an F there. So at the end here I have that's hip. I like that. So we want before that some kind of 5-ish thing resolving to some kind of 1-ish thing. that's kind of hard. Well, we could have some sort of maybe a 5-4-2 to a 1-6 still in the key of A. That would be okay, I'm digging that. So then that would be an E7. So then how do we get to that? Something's changed before. So I'm going to think through my pivot chords. If I'm in A minor, B diminished, so that's C, D minor, E, that's F sharp, no, G sharp, okay. I guess they could put F major as like a flat 6. Yeah, I could do that. So these are my options here. 4 chord going to a flat 6 chord. That would work well. So I'm gonna say, but then how do I get them? Could be 1. What else would? One 6, then flat. Okay, so 1-6 to 4, which becomes flat 6 in the key of A minor. Flat 6 going to 4, and I'll put that as a 4-6 so we don't overlap, don't have parallel octaves there. Okay, so that's all that, and then we just have a final thing here. So I'm seeing 5, 6, F1, 5, 6, F1. Maybe the bass line goes 4, 3, 2, 1, in which case that would be 5, 4, 2, resolving to 6, going to like a 5, 4, 3, going to 1. Okay, so I like that kind of contrary motion would be the word I'm looking for. And then, can I do an applied chord? Not really, because that would need an F sharp. So I'll just call that 4. Nice and basic. Okay, so now I have a chord progression that I'm going to work with. And we will voice lead next.